Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Peter Obi has become a sensation. Peter Obi has become a phenomenon. Hate him, like him, love him. You can't take away the fact that he's a man of the moment, a man many Nigerians want to talk about, listen to, watch, and even hear one or two of his economic advice. And many senators, many politicians are becoming increasingly worried about him, about his presence and his change he brought, the change he brought to the political radar. One of such senators, one of such top politicians, none other than Obi Sen Abaribe, as he cries out over what Peter Obi is doing, not just to him now, but to most politicians cut across border. Of course, in another news, many northern followers, modern politicians, who were hopeful that their own candidate would take the day, but it didn't happen. But they were super excited that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now the present president of Nigeria, and they are saying that if he could replicate what he did, quote unquote, in Lagos State, then Nigeria would definitely be great. Alas, they're making a U-turn, and this is what they got to say. We're going to ram these two news into one, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the right subscribe button beside it. You see the bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Mr. Peter, let's start with what happened that made Senator Obi Sen Abaribe to cry out. Mr. Peter Obi just returned from overseas as at Monday. As by 10 a.m., we were at one of the consulates in Lagos. After exchanging of ideas with the Consul General, the Consul himself requested a photograph with him, saying, "In Nigeria today, you are about the most popular. Do not be troubled when people, including even the highly placed, scramble to take photographs with you." At an ongoing event in Lagos, an evening of dinner and reflections with Chidi Amota, Senator Obi Sen Abaribe said, "There were problems these days, attending the same function with Peter Obi." I quoted, "Obi would always outshine everybody. What every other person does is scrambling to take photo with him. As you saw me doing right now, shortly, who else has noticed that the love people have for him is genuine? It is his unusual humility that enables him to manage it very well." Speaking at the event, Obi said that Dr. Amota was good in what he did. He said he was one of those who usually says what he managed to scramble for corrections, but that he always reminded him to correct the written words and not the figures, which he was so sure he got correctly. All in all the speakers commended Dr. Amota for his continued contributions to the literary world. Of course, in another news, that's the person of Obi Sen Abaribe saying that everybody noticed that wherever Peter Obi goes to, he outshines everybody. That people are now comfortable just let's take photo now. Since it is now becoming increasingly obvious that everybody just want to see Peter Obi, even to the point that consul officers, in embassies also have entered that. They've entered that trend of also having that which they have to see. But let's quickly find out what's going on with the economy of Nigeria. Why a lot of people who loved the northern politicians are now rooting for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, are now making U-turn over their statement they made earlier on. While the chairman of the Nigerian New People's Party, NNPP, Bafa Salah, has said he believes the economy will improve after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wins the 2023 presidential election. He said, but however, Salah said that the only thing that has improved since Tinubu took over is the flow of income into the federal account, but the economy is very bad. Speaking, he said, as a public affairs analyst, after Asiwaju won the election, I got a call asking what I thought of Asiwaju's government. Well, I am sure the economy will improve, the FDA and the investment will come in, and so on. But I'm sure that democracy will be weakened, and we have seen that in the National Assembly. Well, the only improvement I would say is that the removal of subsidies have increased access to federal account and distribution between the three levels of government, but the economy is very bad. Inflation is 22%, but I don't think it will stop. Nigerians are angry, Nigerians are hungry, and the economy is in dire straits, with the dollar at 870 naira per dollar on the street and as low as 800 at the import-export window. While Nigerians are reacting, I actually hope that when we were asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu to keep attending town hall meetings so that we can ask some certain questions and hold him accountable to some certain decisions he's going to take. Some of his campaign persons did say it doesn't matter. Whatever he has in store for Nigerians, he's going to say them whenever he's having his campaigns. Okay, so literally he didn't tell Nigerians anything. Okay, but people just assume that because, quote unquote, he made Lagos great, he will make Nigeria great. And he did this running of what he may likely look like when he becomes the president. When he went to Chatham House and he had a media chart, what he did was, when they started asking him questions, he was just disseminating the questions to many persons, and he said that's exactly how his government will look like, that he will not be the one ruling per se, just that he will get few experts in different fields, experts in various walks of life, and will bring them into his economic team, and together they will push Nigeria forward. So Nigerians are like, okay, well, if that's where he's going to have from, well, yes, he may be an old man, but then if he surrounds himself with the right clique, then maybe we are good to go. But alas, we're wondering that up till now, Nigeria's inflation is 22% and still on the increase. Dollar is on the rise. Hiking fuel for subsidy removal. We are still borrowing to pay for recurrent expenditure. I don't know when we're going to come out of this vicious circle, but I believe that if let's leave sentiment, let's leave ethnicity, let's leave tribalism, let's leave religion and religiousness. Can we just face square pegs in square holes and round pegs in round holes, and stop doing things that at the end of the day Nigerians will suffer? If that a tribal person is not the right person, and you have someone from another city or another tribe that will do far better for the good of Nigeria, can we all come together and do this right? But meanwhile, while this whole thing is going on, some Nigerians are endlessly waiting for the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to give their final verdict, to know where their future stands.